Sweety Pie, and welcome back again. Sweety Pie's back. Tell a friend, guess who's back, guess who's back, guess who's back, guess who's back. Okay, today I have 4 palettes here in front of me, and all of them are very similar to the first one, the Huda Beauty New Nudes palette. This is such a pretty palette. Like, honestly, I remember not even like really wanting this when it first came out. I was like, like, I don't know. I saw it in Sephora and I was like, oh my god, I need this palette. Anyway, this came out a while ago, but as of lately, there's been quite a few palettes that are majorly similar to it that are all drugstore. So if you guys would like to see some swatches, I've got some comparisons. I did some notes on my phone, and yeah, we're going to compare 3 palettes. Now, 2 of these palettes are still readily available. This one, on the other hand, I don't know if you can actually get still because it was part of like the Essence Christmas, but I wanted to just show it anyway, just to show that like a lot of brands are coming out with this kind of setup in this palette, like in the exact form of the nude. Oh shit. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Holy crap, dude. That is definitely going in the video. Like, that's going in the video. That's going to be absolutely hilarious. Okay. They're all the same to the new nudes. You get my drift, I'm sure. Let's get into this video, guys. Let's do swatches. I'm gonna grab my phone. I've got some comparisons. I hope this lighting's okay. I've still been like perfecting it. I did a get ready with me doing this entire face. First time in a very long time I've done makeup on camera. So if that's up, I will link it at the end of this video. And yeah, let's get into this. Subscribe, obviously, if you haven't subscribed already and you've listened to this whole like spiel, you should subscribe. So, okay, let's go. On another note, I got burned at work. And you know what? It's funny that when a burn starts to heal, it looks worse than when it did in the beginning. Like, how is that? Anyway, we're gonna swatch on this hand today, but let me pull up my notes. As you guys know, this is the New Nudes by Huda Beauty, and I might put some inserts in of some swatches depending on how well these swatches turn out just on camera. But let's just go through the shades a little bit, and then I'm gonna show you some comparisons in palettes. So the first palette, as I said, was the Essence, this is the From Santa with Love eyeshadow palette, and it looks like this. And already I'm sure you're seeing some similarities. Then, I'm just trying to set them up in front of me. We have the Hard Candy Blushful Nudes Look Pro eyeshadow palette. Now this is a direct dupe. They even tried to dupe the little dots, but I think that they're glitter. I think literally they just tried to put like little dots of glitter to make the special shades. But yes, as I was saying, like how like they're trying to be the same. They even have 2 glitters in here. Then we have Physicians Formula. This is the Rose All Day Eyeshadow Boutique. Banquet? Boutique? Banquet? It could be Banquet. And this is... And this one, again, also has... Now, this one has little, like, what looks like mica pigments in there. It's not quite as fake, I guess, as the Hard Candy one. This one, like, the little mica pigments are actually in there. So it kind of like makes them those like special shades. But yeah, let's go through some shades. So in the Huda Beauty palette, there is Bare, which is just literally a cream shadow. And in every single one of these palettes, there's a cream shadow. So we have Bare, Then in the Physicians Formula palette, we have Bottomless Brunch. And then in the Hard Candy palette, they don't have names, but I think this is number 3. And then again in the Essence palette, we have, do they have names? No, they don't have names either, but it's this little, you know, this white shade, obviously. All right, and then swatched on my hand, obviously, they're all like virtually the same. I think that the Huda Beauty one ranges a little bit differently. It ranges a little bit darker than some of the other ones. I do like the Physicians Formula one. It really sets like my crease area so that I can blend out shadows. I did like that about that palette specifically. The Hard Candy one is just okay. It's just average. And the Essence one is really powdery, really powdery. So, you know, just letting you know, all right? So let's go into the next shade, which is the first special shade, and it is Crave. And there is Crave on my finger. I just swatched it on the wrong freaking finger again. Oh, goodness. Trying to, like, think and do things. Ooh, that swatch is so pretty. So yeah, that is Crave. Now in the Hard Candy palette, ooh, they do have names. I'm an idiot. So this would be Flirty Girl. Oh, I'm trying not to move the camera. Ooh, that one was really smooth though too. And look how virtually, like, they're pretty similar. Then in the Physicians Formula palette, which these ones are a little bit more powdery to the touch. This is Fresh Banquet. And then in the Essence one, now this is the shade that I don't really have like a shade, but I do like these metallics better than a lot of the Essence metallics. All right, so you can see like this one is probably, like, this is the Essence, and that's probably the least shade, like the one that is probably not the dupe, but like Hard Candy, Physicians Formula, they are beautiful. I like the Hard Candy shimmers. The Physicians Formula ones, the only thing is that it tends to be a little bit hard to get them on the eye, like really impactful. So you do have to use your finger, you know, using a setting spray is always good. With the Hard Candy ones, I feel like they're just a little bit more emollient, but then again, the mattes are a little more powdery and have to be built up a little more. So I do like the Physicians Formula palette. This one is more expensive than the Hard Candy one as well, so that, you know, factors in. But yeah, let's go to another one of those special shades, because I'm sure that's kind of what people are thinking about. And this one is Fantasy from the Huda Beauty palette, right there. And that is gonna go right here. So that is that one. So pretty. And then in the Physicians Formula, again, like a very dupeable shade. The Physicians Formula one is a little bit more pinky. And then in the, of course, oh, that is really close. And then the Essence. Like, look at this, guys. So the Physicians Formula is just a little tiny bit more pink. The Hard Candy is, gosh, a really quick dupe. And then even the Essence is pretty darn close to that top shade. So, you know, we're looking at pretty good dupes here, guys. Like, the shades match pretty consistently. So let's go on to one more of those special shades, and then I just want to show you the glitters, because there is glitters in the Essence and in the Hard Candy. Physicians Formula opted out of glitter, and they kind of put a couple more matte shades, which was smart of them because matte shades are what people want from the drugstore right now. So yeah, we're going to go in with Charmed. Ooh, gosh. The Huda Beauty is very good. I will say that. Very good. Like, that just is so buttery, and it just goes freaking on forever. Like, look at that. All right, so again, we have Physicians Formula, and it's just not as pigmented. And then we also have Hard Candy. They're a little farther off in color. And then we have Essence. Oh, and they're way... Yeah, that one is nothing like that. Okay. So, this one, Fantasy, or is it Fantasy? No, it's Charmed. Charmed, not quite, like, they didn't get it. They didn't get it. They missed the mark. So nothing is really like that. They're similar colors, similar shades, but these ones are more brown. And this one's just like a rosy gold. All right, so let's go into the glitters, and then I'll just focus on a couple of the mattes and kind of compare mattes in the palettes. Anyway, I'm gonna go through like just a couple other shades just from this palette because there are quite a few similar shades. So this one here, Love Bite, which is one that people like, I'm assuming, get drawn to because it's one that I get drawn to. And then Kinky as well, which is like her really, oh, I can't remember what she calls this formula, but it's like her shimmer formula. So we've got that one and we've got that one. Put them there. Then we've got these two. Ooh, this one's really powdery from the Physicians Formula. Let's see. So Floreal is that shimmer shade, and then it is close, but this one's really powdery. And then and then Hard Candy, they have the exact same. Not quite as close though. See, not quite, but like close. And then same thing in the Essence palette. They have two. Oh, that is, the Essence palette really did it there. You know what? That Essence palette is actually closer than all of them. So like, that's so crazy. Oh, that drives me crazy. I wish you guys could get this palette because it is really close. So again, let's just do the glitters. These are the two glitters from the Huda palette. And then from the Hard Candy palette, which these glitters are pretty scratchy. So I would be careful. Why is my camera doing that weird thing? Hopefully it stops. All right, so then we've got this one, and see, this one's hard to pick up. I don't suggest, like the glitters in the Hard Candy palette, they are similar, but they feel kind of scratchy. Like the ones in the Essence palette do not feel anywhere near as scratchy on my finger. Okay, and then Essence. And Physicians Formula opted out of glitters. I guess they didn't want to super cheat, but yes, so both of the Huda, then the Hard Candy, and then the Essence. So similar. And like the matte shades, some of the browns, like the Physicians Formula, it has a matte brown, it has another like, you know, burgundy brown, and then it has this little transition. It also has one of these like like taupey. It's called Sure, they call it Sure Why Not. This one right here. And same thing. Look at the hard candy palette, same thing. You've got one of those like brownie transitions. You've got one of those purpley ones. It's just, it's uncanny how much they've copied these palettes. So in conclusion, let's like conclude this video because I feel like I've been talking for a while and doing swatches and all that stuff. I hope I didn't bore you. I just wanted to show you how similar these palettes are because they are so similar. All right. So let's rank. Let's do a ranking. All right. What? All right. Rank number 1 is obviously the new Nudes palette. I think her formula is beautiful, and I really do love her formula. It's really nice. All of these work very nicely, and as much as I don't use the base because look it, see, that's what happens to the base, obviously. Anyway, it's still creamy. Like I could still totally use it. Like still creamy texture and everything. But like not my favorite thing for the palette, but she loves textures and I'm so into that. Anyway, the next one, ooh, gosh, depends on what you want from your palettes. Honestly, I really like the mattes in the Physicians Formula palette. They blend really pretty. They're like easily built up. The shimmers, a little lacking. A little bit lacking. Some of the shimmers are just a little bit lacking and they were hard to put on the eyes. But in the hard candy palette, the mattes take a little bit longer to build up, but the shimmers are just wonderful to, you know, swipe on the eyes. You don't really need anything extra. I think that they're really pretty. Oh, especially this one's so pretty. Like it's so smooth and so buttery. And honestly, this is this is the best eyeshadow palette I've ever gotten from Essence. So if you can get your hands on this, I strongly suggest it. It was like literally, it was less than $15 and all of these are so pretty. Why do they not do this shimmer formula in any of their palettes? I just had this discussion about a whole bunch of Essence palettes that I gave away because this formula is nothing like what they've done in the past. Nothing like it. I am so like blown away. I'm like, why are you not bringing that out all the time? What's going on here? So yeah, let's just give some love to the drugstore. I don't know. I feel like they did do a pretty good job of duping this palette. Now, I don't know if I agree with that. Like, honestly, come on. You can't come up with your own little ideas here and there. Like, really? Everybody, hard candy, Essence, Physicians Formula. It's just like a world of, you know, I'm going to come up with something that's exactly the same idea as a high-end brand, but I'm doing it for a little bit cheaper. The hard candy palette is the cheaper one. The Physicians Formula was actually a pretty penny because Physicians Formula is usually way more expensive. And then the Essence one was really, really inexpensive. I was really happy about the Essence one. I loved it. I wish you could still get it. I really don't think you're going to be able to. If I can find it, I will link it down below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was like the first comparison video I think I've ever really done on so many different palettes. Like, who knew that people would copy one palette so many times? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys subscribe to my channel. And yeah, mwah, bye! I hope I didn't have anything on my teeth this time.